Sup y'all, it's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today we're going to take a look at how Arms Warrior is going to be playing in patch 6.2. Now, two main things I really want to emphasize here in this video is how your 2 and your 4-piece set bonuses for a new tier gear are going to change your rotation and playstyle quite a bit, and also how the Archimon trinket is going to do that as well. Now, let's take a look at the tier set bonuses. Now, your 2-piece set bonus is going to make your rend, and it used to only be 60% chance, but they have rightfully changed it up to a 100% chance. Every single time that your rend ticks for damage, it will reset your Mortal Strike cooldown. And your 4-piece set bonus is going to make your rend tick 50% faster. And so that means that instead of ticking every 3 seconds, it ticks every 1.5 seconds. Now, this has actually taken Arms Warriors from being the worst spec in ever, and it's made them from that, taken them from that, all the way over to being my favorite spec in the entire game, and I'm going to show you guys why. Also, by the way, here's the Archimon trinket. It's going to make your auto attacks have about a 1 in 3 chance to reset your Colossus Smash. And there's also 2 other trinkets. One of them applies a necrotic plague like debuff and applies on your target. And every single time you do an attack on them, it adds a stack to the buff on the target. And the higher the buff, the more damage it does, obviously. And this other one does this really cool fire thing, and I think it does damage too at the same time. But let's just focus on what's awesome is the fire thing that it does, and y'all are going to see that. So I've actually changed my entire UI in celebration of this change here, and I've removed all the buttons that are redundant. We don't really need those buttons, and I've taken it down just to the buttons that this will guarantee you top DPS in any raid. And also on top of that, I've added a second damage meter to my UI here, so I will not only be numerically doing twice as much damage, but I'll be doing twice as much damage visually as well. Now let's take a look at how the single target DPS rotation is going to work. Now this part is optional. You want to pre-putt and charge in as I did. After that, this is very complicated, so listen. You have to apply rend, okay? After you apply rend, you have to apply Colossus Smash. After you do those 2 hard things, this is the easy part. You start hitting Mortal Strike. You start hitting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you just do it. Keep doing it over and over and over and over and over. Now, it gets kind of complicated here whenever your rend is about to fall off. Now, what you have to do whenever your rend is about to fall off is you have to hit the button again. And I know that that can be difficult, but try to do that as well. And also, whenever Colossus Smash comes off of cooldown, you can go ahead and use it again. And honestly, guys, this is really, really great because, I mean, like, I've actually had this gaming keyboard for a really long time, and I've really been looking to replace it. And now with these new changes, I've actually found a very good replacement for my gaming keyboard that I can use to play in Arms Warrior. It's called a Super Nintendo controller. Now, I have these 4 buttons here. This one is rend, and I don't really have execute on here, but you guys just trust me. Y'all know about execute. This one is rend. This one is Mortal Strike. This one is execute, and this one, oh, it's Colossus Smash. I almost forgot. And these 2 top buttons, don't worry about those. Maybe they might add something in the next expansion that we can use this for. Might as well, I don't know, make this one, I don't know, summon your mount or something like this. Maybe this one can link a damage meter. So anyway, guys, I'm very, very happy about this, but I do want to explain the hard part about this spec. Let's not think about that. I just can't think of it right now. Anyway, so let's take a look at the 3 targets, the 3 target damage that I'm doing. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be doing a solid about 70 to 80k DPS on 3 targets with no real raid buff whatsoever. And the way that I'm going to be doing that is I'm going to apply rend to all of the different targets, use sweeping strikes. I guess that's one of the, maybe I can use that for select or something like that. I've still got to program this thing in. Anyway, basically I just want to go ahead and do that, apply rend to all my targets, and then put down sweeping strikes, and then again, put down Colossus Smash, and just keep hitting the same button over and over and over and over and over and over until one of the other 2 buttons comes up. Now, guys, I know that sometimes it can be complicated keeping rend up on multiple targets. Who cares? Just, I mean, if you don't do it, you're probably still going to be top DPS, so don't really worry about it. Now, in a minute here, I'm very glad that Blizzard actually decided to rebalance and make warriors where they should be, and because of that, I've actually seen a new simulated DPS chart and like rankings for all the different classes and specs, and I want to share that with you guys to show you guys how close Blizzard has come to truly balancing their game for 6.2. And I'm very glad, and I hope that you guys are too. I'm very, very excited about this whole thing, and I cannot wait until Tuesday because this is going to be great. Sometimes I worry that like it's like whenever it gets past like 2 or 3 buttons, it's like, which one should I do? I don't really know. But this is really, really simple, and occasionally like I can get a little bit complicated, you know, a little bit confused because it gets a little bit complicated. Sometimes you can either press Mortal Strike Oh, yeah, actually, no, never mind. It's not that hard. Sometimes, by the way, you can also use Dragon's Roar if you want, when you don't have Rage, if you want to be fancy, but we're warriors, so we're not really too fancy. Now, take a look at this chart here. Now, this is a chart for the simulated DPS for patch 6.2, and I think really the first thing that stands out to me, and probably should to you guys, is how low Gladiator is on this spec, and so I think that as long as Blizzard gives Gladiator a few more buffs to where they can be up towards the top with the other warrior specs, I think that that would really be achieving true balance in this game and making it to where it's fair for all of the different warrior specs to all be able to do top DPS in the raid above all of the other classes. Now, I see DKs are kind of above arms warriors as well. That's kind of an issue, but honestly, it's not really too bad. I can just see Gladiator down there in the middle of the pack, which is really not where warriors should be. And so hopefully Blizzard, it's probably a tuning problem. Maybe there's a problem with the simulation. I don't really know what it is, but hopefully Blizzard will be able to fix this this error. This I guess not really a bug, but it's probably just they just didn't understand the math. And so hopefully they'll fix that pretty soon. And I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully you guys are too. I really wanted to share this with you guys and show how great. Look at that. That's the one, dude. What was I telling you guys? Look at that. Look. Watch. He'll probably do it again. This is awesome. This huge fire thing, and then it also scales with the size of your character, so you can put on Mr. Smite with the Vicryl head on. This is gonna be awesome. And so basically you're gonna be able to not only listen, guys. Not only will you be doing more damage, but you'll be making your teammates doing less damage because you're having so many particle effects on the screen that they're gonna lag out. This is great. And so again, guys, let's just go ahead and go through the rotation again. Let's see. So listen, you go in and you go ahead and you put, was it? I almost confused myself, guys. Sorry. As I said, this can be complicated. You go ahead and you do rend. Okay. So listen, write this down. Rend. Okay. And then Colossus Smash and then Mortal Strike. Mortal Strike, do this a bunch of times, and then, oh shit, I gotta hit this button again. And then occasionally this one will pop up, and it's kind of random, and so that's, again, kind of confusing, and I do hope that they change that as well. Maybe just make Colossus Smash not take away the cooldown, just so it's easier for us to figure this stuff out. I'm not really a big one for theory crafting, as you guys know. So I'm very excited about Warriors, Arms Warriors, and patch 6.2, and I hope you guys are too, and especially after this demonstration I've given you. And so make sure that you go ahead and respec your Warriors to Arms as soon as you get your 4-piece set bonus, because it's really gonna, it's finally Warriors are back where they're supposed to be. So thank you guys for watching, and comment, subscribe.